This video is about Queen's Blood, and it is basically a video to show you what I'm thinking when I'm actually playing these starting cards, and then you guys can build your own decks and think about what cards you should be using moving forward in Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. This game is absolutely awesome. This video though is not a video to tell you which cards you should be using and also what is the perfect deck and what is the perfect strat. That is not what this video is. This is more for people who have just picked up Rebirth and have gone, I keep losing all the time in Queen's Blood. What should I be doing? That's so simple. That are the basics that I've forgotten when the tutorial happened.
Basic about Strife. Oh, you're Mr. Strife.
So to start with, what we're going to do is on chapter 5, we are forced to actually play some Queen's Blood. We're going to use this battle here to actually teach you the basics of what I think when you are starting out on this board. So here's our deck here. Press triangle and you can edit your deck as much as you want. There's a list of cards here. So there are some spoilers in here, guys, by the way, so please be mindful. But basically you can see the formations of these cards and also the abilities they've got. Some cards don't have abilities. These ones here, the Cactus does have abilities there. It's one of my favourite starting cards. These ones don't have abilities, as you can see here. So choose wisely, check out the formation on each of these cards, as you can see here. Scroll down for the other page if you want to. So here's the start here. Before the mulligan, we have two pawns. So I'm going to get rid of one of the pawns. And what we can see here, we've got 4 cards with 1 pawn on them and a 2-pawner there. So what I think, the Chocobo and the Cactuar are actually really good starting cards. So you've got that one there that takes up 2 there, but also gives you 2 at top and bottom. This Cactuar here, it gives you a buff at the bottom row there. So, and it also pushes up over across on that top line, as you see there. The next one, okay, so he's gone into the middle and he's trying to build the middle row here. So what we need to do is start putting cards into the middle row. You see there, he's taken that card, he's taken that place there with the red dot. We need to do the same, but on our side here. There we go. Right, now what we need to do is, he's gone to the middle. Okay, so he's gone into the middle here. What we need to do is take this spot here. See, the middle spot there is red. That's his spot. They can put whatever cards they want down there. We don't own that. If we put a card down here, we can actually take that middle spot off him. So that is our next play. So that spot is ours. This is free. This is our spot. Okay, so he's gone to the bottom row now. So we need to go back down to the bottom row because we don't want to be a card behind on that row. What we're going to do is we're going to check our cards. We're going to see if we've got one that goes across. Luckily for us, there we go. We have a buff on the row in the middle as well. That's perfect. That's a good strat. He's gone down the bottom again, which means we can then take this row again. You see, we're going to use Seng here. He's going to take that over and pick that. There we go. So that's our row. We have that middle slot in the row there and the bottom slot there. They're both ours. They can't take them unless they've got some special cards. So right now, this is a basic. So now what we want to do is we can take this card in the middle here. If we take this card in the middle, then when they put their card down at the top there, they could have one that has a formation that goes down. So they could take that slot there. So we don't want to do the top one yet, because if we put our card down, we would lose that place. So what we're going to do is put a card down at the bottom, which delays everything. So we've got the card at the bottom there. We've got a +3 on top of it. He's gone to the top, which is the only place he can do. Now we can put our card down on the top line here. So if we put a card down on the top line here, we take that red spot. This player can no longer put any more cards on the deck. Obviously we've got the 5 at the top there. That's a draw. What we can do now is use this card here with this special ability to -1 these cards here. So if we use it here, we can completely take that card. That spot is ours. This player still cannot take any slots. So we have our own slot here. We can put him down here if we want. This is Rude, so we're going to put Rude down here. It's buffed the one in the top row there. He still can't put any cards down whatsoever because we've blocked him off, and then we've taken over their space here. So we've run out of 1 pawns, but it doesn't matter because we have won this match. Congratulations. Basically, what you've got to be doing is trying to block them off so they can't keep putting their cards closer to your end. And what we can do is take theirs, but don't be too hasty. Be more tactical in that aspect. Also, take a note of how many points are on these cards. What we're going to do, we're going to bring this strategy over to Barrett. So Barrett's our second one. This is just to show you how we are thinking exactly the same way again for these matches. So we're going to use the same deck. We're not going to change anything whatsoever. Here are our cards. So we've got 5 cards. They're all 1 pawns. I don't feel a need to mulligan anything from this, as we've got a good starting card, which is the Cactuar. So what we're going to do is we're going to carry on. We're going to jump in. We're going to put the Cactuar at the same place as we did on the last one. You don't have to do this, but this is a good strat for me because it covers the whole board there. Okay, they've gone to the top line again, so we can't put anything on the top line here. If we put something down on the top line, they will take that middle spot there. So we don't want that to happen. So what we're going to do is push ourselves across onto another line. What we're going to do, we're going to put it down here so we have a line at the bottom here. We've got a head start on the bottom line here. They've gone to the middle. So here in the middle, we can actually go for a... We can actually go to the same line in the middle as well. But what we're going to do is we're going to push this one over here, because we don't want to go too far on these 3 lines right now. So they've gone to the top, which means we're going to go to the top and capture that top line. We will capture that top line, and as a little bonus, we got a little buff in the middle row as well if we place this card down here. There we go. Right, so what's his next play? His next play, he's gone to the middle, but his card has taken the top row. We didn't plan for this, guys. So we didn't plan for this. We've got Rude again. Rude buffs everyone above him, which is an awesome card to have. You can see here we can't take that top row. We can take the middle and we can take the bottom. So what we need to do is take the bottom, because if we take the middle, then their top card could have a downward, so it could take that spot there. So we're not going to do that. We're going to take the bottom, so we've still got a space between us at the bottom there. They've took the top spot there, which means we can only go in the middle here with the Chocobo with a 3-pawner, or we've got a space down the bottom here that we can do. So what we can do is we've got Seng here who can actually do 2 spaces at once, so it's up and down. So Chocobo doesn't do anything across. So we can put the Chocobo down. It looks like there's no space there, so we can't use anything like that. But we've already planned it out where Seng is going to go next. So they've used that one there. They haven't got one across, which is perfect. We use him there, so that's up and across. So we've got 2 spaces there we can still use. We've still lost the top line, but that doesn't matter. But we're going to use Reno here. Reno is going to buff Rude. You can see there, he's buffed Rude. That gives us an extra buff on the bottom row there. He still can't use anything whatsoever. Sorry about it. But we have 1 pawner that we can use here. We can use this one here, which actually deletes his card like we did in the first match. And we can take that over. They've got 0 cards on the bottom line now. So if we put down this Chocobo, which is basically buffed by every single card that is on the deck that is buffed already. There's 5 cards buffed already, so it gives it a 5 buff on the Chocobo card. That means we win. That was an absolute bonus, but basically this is a tutorial on how you should be thinking, where you should be placing your cards to block them, but also as you advance in Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, you will find harder opponents and different ability cards, so you have to be a lot smarter. But this is just for beginners of Queen's Blood.
A victory for Cloud.
Thank you for checking this video out of Queen's Blood.